Fuzzy, let's get into the second topic here. Rockstar is, well, I mean, when you mention Rockstar, the first thing that anyone is going to imagine is going to be, of course, Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 6 is scheduled
Yeah.
to release next year. This is obviously going to a world breaking moment for sure, because that game is going to make $1 billion in its initial sales. It's just it's Grand Theft Auto. But we got word over the weekend, Fuzzy, that Bully, a IP from yesteryear, I believe it released on the PlayStation 2. And well, it's been one of those games that a lot of people have tremendous fond memories about, and that are have always been looking for a sequel, or at least a remake remaster. Now, I'm
Mhm.
of two minds for Bully. One, I have maybe 6 or 7 hours into the game, and I put it down. It just wasn't for me.
Mhm.
Not because the game is bad. It's I don't know. I don't remember that far back why I stopped playing it on the PS2. I have no idea, but I will play it because obviously I want to experience what everyone has been talking about all these years. Now, again, this is a two-sided coin situation, because the minute I hear Rockstar wants to remaster something, I start to think about Grand Theft Auto 3 and San Andreas. And those released at full price
Mhm.
and were horrendous. They were the cell phone versions, the mobile versions, ported to console. It was the grossest cash grab in the history of cash grabs for gaming. Um, so when I heard this over the weekend, I was excited for anyone that's a Bully fan, but I was also concerned because I'm like, well, which rock star is going to show up? Because we heard years ago, you remember, this isn't something new. We heard Bully was getting remade
Yeah.
years ago, and it just never went anywhere. Well, here we are, and it's been rated for the Xbox Series X and S, and of course PS5. Those are the ones I want to talk about, because
Mhm.
obviously those are the current gen hardware. Where do you kind of fall? Are you as apprehensive as I am based on what happened before with, of course, with San Andreas and Grand Theft Auto 3?
Yeah, a little bit because it sticks in my mind because of recent events, kind of thing. It seems like ever since they've fallen into this black hole of Grand Theft Auto 5 online, and constantly supporting that while ignoring Red Dead 2. And then they quickly, like you said, threw out that cash grab for Grand Theft Auto 3 and San Andreas. And I think they also did the Vice City. No, they didn't do the Vice City one, but it was just weird to me that they wound up pushing that out. That especially after they gave a cease and desist to the modders out there that redid like Grand Theft Auto 3 as well as San Andreas in the Grand Theft Auto 5 engine or whatever engine they use. I forget the name of it now, but they basically made a Grand Theft Auto 5 mod and then implemented all of the scenery and stuff like that from 3 as well as Vice City as well as San Andreas. And
Yeah, it
Rockstar's
was a
like, you can't do
trilogy.
it.
They called it the definitive edition, Fuzzy. It's
Yeah.
currently $60, which is $20 a game, and it's called the Grand Theft Auto the trilogy, the definitive edition,
Mhm.
and it includes Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice
Mhm.
City,
Yeah.
and San Andreas.
Yeah. And it was far from definitive as far as when it comes to like the ultimate or the final edition that has all the bells and whistles. Yeah. Like you said, it came across as the mobile one being upres for the console. It was all a cash grab. And I'm starting to think that this one might fall under that same deal because of it being the older Rockstar engine, as opposed to them, porting over. Although that I guess that would be more of a not a remaster, but more of like a remake at that point. But I feel they're going to go the quick and easy route to make as much as they can on the Bully IP, and then if there is enough of a interest in it,
They'll make a
then
sequel.
maybe we see a sequel. But if Grand Theft Auto the trilogy was any indication of what the quality would be, outside of their mainline new titles or new IP stuff, I'm not as excited about it. Like a couple years ago when they were talking about doing the remaster, definitely excited because I figured they would use the same engine as Grand Theft Auto 5. But yeah, if they're using the original one or even a mobile version, it's like that isn't the solution. That isn't it.
You know, being that the leak is out, right? Obviously, a review. You know, when it's sent to the boards for review, you get confirmation. Basically, I think it's all but confirmed at this point. I really hope at some point we get out. We Rockstar gets out in front of this and be like, "Hey, listen, this is what's happening." Because man, it's Bully is one of those games. I don't think it has the same appeal, if you will, as a Grand Theft Auto. A lot of people in the chat are like, yeah, it had terrible Grand Theft Auto modes. I don't remember it. I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't remember playing it. It's from a gazillion years ago. But hold on real quick. Jay Hamid, welcome to the program, brother. This is called Deadlink. It is a rogue, and I don't like rogues. Because I've gotten like past the third boss and I died, and you start all the way from the beginning. It is basically a first person cyberpunk shooter in the vein of any rogue you've ever played. I think it's like $20. It might even be cheaper. Nico actually was putting this out there, and I'm like, let me play this. It's actually really good. I very much enjoyed it. I got past the second boss, and the game it's hard, man. But to be fair, like any rogue, the more you power up, the more you just like blow through the levels. It's great. If you like cyberpunk, if you like rogues, this may be up your alley. It's called Deadlink. I believe it's available on PC, PS5, and Xbox. But you know what? I am just to kind of rewind for a second. When it comes to remakes, I get excited because these are games that are either unavailable, like play anywhere outside of PC, so you could just play anything on PC. But for console people like me, it'd be nice to return to some of these older games. Now, Xbox makes that super easy. A perfect example is the entire weekend, because I have the Alien bug now. I played Alien Isolation. I'm playing through it. I never beat it. I got halfway through, so I restarted it. My God, that game is so good. The game came out in 2014, and it is so good. Especially, it's got HDR plus. It's got quick resume. It's got FPS boost. It's running really, really. I recorded a bunch of footage. I'm going to see if I can actually use it, because a lot of parts are dark, so I'm not sure if I'd be able to use it for the podcast. But yeah, when I heard about this over the weekend, again, for me, that I never really put enough time into Bully, I got excited. I'm like, okay, this is an open world game. I do like Rockstar stuff. Are they the greatest of all times? No, they're not my favorite developer. Rockstar's games are what they are. Grand Theft Autos are violent, and they're fun and they're funny. But they for me, after a certain amount of hours, it kind of becomes the same old, same old. So I don't know if I'm going to feel the same way with Bully. But I will tell you this, Fuzzy. The one thing Rockstar is not afraid to do is charge full boat for a game that's unworthy of the price. And we saw what happened with the trilogy, the definitive edition, which you said it was by far not definitive at all. Do you think they may do that again? If it's real, it's still a rumor. Rockstar has not come out and confirmed it, but it has been reviewed. and been rated. So there you go. But do you think that it would have the goal to charge $60 for this?
Oh yeah, with Take Two being their parent company, yeah, I could see them charging the 59.99. I don't think they'll go quite the 79.99 or
I
the
hope not.
69.99, but 59.99 sounds like something that Take Two would make Rockstar do. You might get some additional skins or something like that as far as different outfits already preloaded or some new outfits similar to like other Grand Theft Auto characters and since the game came out type of thing. But yeah, this is going to be $60. If it's less than 60, maybe they've listened to the fan base and knew that since this isn't a full-on remake kind of thing, that they would charge a little bit less. But Rockstar, yeah, because didn't they charge full price for the remake or the remaster for Red Dead Redemption on PlayStation? I know we already had like
I
all backwards compatible on Xbox, which
right.
the prices went up at like GameStop after that was announced. It was like, oh, it was $9.99 last week. Now it's $39.99 because GameStop knew they could get that extra money for it. But I think when that came out, I think that was also at the $59.99. Now, yes, it came with some DLC and it came with some extra stuff, but yeah, this is Rockstar and Take Two being the parent company. Yeah, expect the cough up $60 plus tax.
Well, we are certainly going to find out. Again, I would imagine being that the rating is out there, we're going to hear something from many of the prevalent quote unquote community insiders that we have and that we check out on a daily basis that have great connections. I would like Rockstar to get out in front of this and be like, hey, yeah, it's happening. And we could be surprised if this thing, if it's not, I'm hoping it's not the cash grab that the other Grand Theft Auto trilogy was. I
Mhm.
actually hope that they took the time and put a team on this because again, Bully had one release. It was on PlayStation 2. A lot of people really liked it. It would be really cool to see that done in a way where it respects the consumer, but also respects the IP, and not just hey, we ported the PC version from 100 years ago, and here you go, $60, please. I hope not. I hope it actually is a full on remaster that you can go and you could look at the graphics and be like, okay, yeah, they did some work here. This is well worth the money because I'll buy that day one for sure, just to experience what a lot of people have said is one of their favorite Rockstar games. And that's awesome.